Who the hell is Pinecone?
disturbing creation from the mind of one sick and who can't tell the difference and gets stupefied. I've been waiting my whole life for just one rock, and all I needed was just one rock. And can you say that you don't give a rock? On myself stupefied, coming back again. All I wanted was just one rock, one tiny little innocent rock. And when I feel like I'm shot out of luck, on myself stupefied, coming back again. Why do you like playing around with my never-scope on reality? I can feel it all start slipping. I think I'm breaking down. Why do you like playing around with my never-scope on reality? I can feel it all start slipping away. See, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think I can take it to another limit? I can stupid mind. It's all the same as ain't living it, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think you can take it to another limit? I can stupid mind. I can stupid mind. All the people in the left wing, rock, and all the people in the right wing, rock, and all the people in the underground, rock. By myself, stupefied, coming back again. All the people in the high rise, rock, and all the people in the projects, rock, and all the heads in the body, oh, rock. By myself, stupefied, coming back again. Why do you like laying around with my microscope of reality? I can feel it all start slipping. I think I'm breaking down. Why do you like laying around with my microscope of reality? I can feel it all start slipping away. See, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think you can take it to another limit? I get stupid mind. It's all the same as ain't limited, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think you can take it to another limit?
Yeah, good morning in that. It's Uncle Lou here. That's right, it's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the morning show. I do this show 4 mornings a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 8 a.m. And I appreciate you guys being a part of it. This is not a football show. Sometimes we accidentally talk about football, but this is not a football show. If you want a football show, tune in tonight, 10 p.m. for Uncle Lou After Dark, the college football call-in show. YouTube's longest running college football call-in show, too. Now, almost every other call-in show you've ever seen is better than mine, but none of them has been going on as long. So I have to claim whatever I can. So I have that. And no one can take that from me. Don't forget about lunch money. Last night, well, too late. Next Monday, though, 10 p.m. with me and Pigskin Pete. Who can tell me, what is lunch money about? Who can tell me what lunch money is about? I would be curious to know. It's an easy answer. There you go. Rack Dog, Mountaineer Mike, D4. Some people say it's not about anything. That's not true. It's about nothing. So you guys got it right. I thought maybe somebody would say it's not about anything. That's not true. I had to correct myself. I've been saying it's not about anything. That's not true. It is about something. It's about nothing. After this morning show, you can go back and watch last night's edition of Lunch Money with me and Pete at 10 p.m. if for some reason you don't believe me. You'll see for yourself. That show was about nothing. Now, who listened last night? The whole Edward Dillon thing has really been weighing on me. You have to have been listening to the Lunch Money show for the last couple of weeks, I guess, to even know what I'm talking about. So maybe I shouldn't bore all you with it. I know some people listen in the morning that can't listen at night, and some people listen at night that can't listen in the morning. That's the whole point of doing shows at different times, is so give the most amount of people a chance to at least listen to something live. But this whole thing with Edward versus Dillon is really strange to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it some. I got an email after the show last night from one of them. And it's just everything with those two is just, it's hard to really figure out what's going on there with those two. But I'm going to do my best to figure it out. Anyway, what do we have coming up today? Well, the redo of yesterday's traffic report. Maybe. I haven't seen Chess Hall in here this morning. He messaged me right after the show ended yesterday. And some of you may already know, I was going to let him explain it when he came on this morning. And given the explanation that he had, I made it clear to him that he did not have to come on today. Take as much time as you need type of thing. No. Come on today. So I'm taking him at his word that he's coming on today. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen him in the comments section, which is a little alarming. Speaking of alarming, been asking you guys to email me to be a guest on the show. Several of you have taken me up on that offer. One of the first of which was Brandon W., who emailed me last week sometime. Let's see, when did he email me? He emailed me February 2nd, so a week ago today. Said he would love to come on the show. Tells me a little bit about himself, which I love talking to people like this. He attends he goes to UGA. I like talking to people who attend these universities. I say, just let me know when you want to come on. He says, how about next Tuesday, which would be today? I can do any day except Friday. I said, Tuesday is perfect. That's the last I heard from him. That was on Wednesday. I sent him a reminder email that says, hey, just reminding you you're scheduled to come on today. Email me your phone number, and I'll add you to the show around 8:30. And unfortunately, I've yet to hear back from Brandon W. Got several others of you scheduled to come on too. I think I have emailed everyone back who emailed me about being on the show. If for some reason you emailed me about being on the show and I have not emailed you back, email me again, because I went through the emails over the last couple of days and tried to respond to all of them. So if you want to be on the show, if you want to co-host a show with me one day, the morning show, email me, crazyunclelou@gmail.com. crazyunclelou@gmail.com. We'll get you scheduled. How'd that be? It should be just fine. Should be just fine. I see Ballard has a job. Congratulations, Ballard. Ballard, I sure hope this new job isn't going to interfere with this new show you just started. What a shame that would be. Mountaineer Mike, thank you for hitting the super chat at the top of the show this morning, sir. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys supporting these shows. I mean that. He says, thoughts on Matt Campbell signing an extension? Could coaches like him staying even with more lucrative offers help combat the transfer portal, at least minimally? Well, let me answer that in the order in which they were received. Thoughts on Matt Campbell signing an extension? It's meaningless. Other than the amount of money a coach gets paid per year and any potential buyouts, the length of a coaching contract is meaningless. It means nothing at all. I mean, I don't know how long. I think I read this article this morning, Mike, and I think the extension was through 2028. Let me pull it back up. Let's see, Iowa State. Yeah, he signed an extension through 2028. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bet anybody in here right now $100 that Matt Campbell is not the coach of Iowa State in 2028. The length of a contract is meaningless. When I see that somebody signed an extension or signed a new contract, the only thing I look at is the amount of money per year and the buyout clauses. That's it. Extensions are meaningless. If Matt Campbell gets an offer to School A next year, and Matt Campbell wants to coach at School A next year, he will coach at School A next year. The fact that he has a contract at Iowa State through 2028 won't have anything to do with his decision. Nothing. Josh Heupel signed an extension at Central Florida in 2019. Where is he now? I mean, think of any coach that has left a school and gone directly to another school. It's almost always because they were either fired from the first school or they quit the first school. It's never because the contract. When was the last time you heard an AD come out and say, "Well, that's it for this coach because his contract is up"? Never. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't think I've ever heard that. Who's a big name coach that has left one school and went to another school recently? Just name one. Who's the guy that went from didn't the guy go from App State to Louisville? What's the guy's name? Is it Satterfield? I think it was Satterfield. Here, hold on, let's see. Yeah, here you go. What is this? Where's the damn what? Yeah, I'm gonna close that. Scott Satterfield signed an extension with App State in September of 2018 to keep him there through the 2023 season. He signed this in September of 2018. Where was he coaching in September of 2019? Bueller. Bueller, can anyone tell me? Bueller. So the first part of that question, thoughts on Matt Campbell signing an extension. I don't blame Iowa State for wanting to keep Matt Campbell, and I don't blame Matt Campbell for signing the extension because I didn't read the article, but I'm assuming it came with some sort of a raise. So I don't blame him. But in terms of that meaning that he's now going to be at Iowa State forever, no. No. Now, the second part of your question, could coaches like him staying with even more lucrative offers help combat the transfer portal at least minimally? No, because he's not going to stay. Well, I won't say he's not going to stay, but if he stays, it's not going to be because he has a contract through 2028. It's going to be because he actually just wants to stay at Louisville or because his offers dry up. I don't know, but if he decides he wants to coach somewhere else and that somewhere else wants him to coach there, he will be coaching there. It won't, he's not going to turn a job down because he's under contract through 2028. It's just not going to happen. And because of that, I think some players leave a school too early with the portal thing. They show up, don't play a year, leave. Some of them leave for some of them leave for good reason, but I don't have a problem with the portal. The portal is just a website. When the portal was invented, no rules were changed about transferring. The portal is nothing but a list of names on a website. That's all the portal is. The rules about who could transfer and why, those rules didn't change just because someone created a website called the portal. The portal is just a list of names of players who have announced they're transferring. So I don't have a problem with the website, and I don't have a problem with players transferring one time. I think players should be able to transfer one time wherever they want for any reason or for no reason. And I don't think they should have to give a reason. And I think they should be eligible to play immediately, one time. And I don't care where they transfer. They can transfer within conference. They can transfer within division. They can transfer within the same state, Georgia to Georgia Tech, Auburn to Alabama, Clemson to South Carolina, whatever. I think a kid should be able to transfer one time for any reason or for no reason with no penalty. If a kid wants to transfer a second time, then I don't think the reason should matter. He should have to sit out 1 year, period. So you have to decide as a player, if you're enrolled at whatever school for a year and you decide you don't like it and you want to leave, you can leave. But wherever you end up, you have to stay there or sit out no matter what. So you transfer to a school and a month later that school fires their coach, or or a year later you're buried on the depth chart and you want to transfer again, you can transfer again and no one can stop you. And you don't have to get permission or a waiver or none of this stuff. But wherever you go, you have to sit out a year if you transfer a second time. That's the way I would do it. I would allow a one-time transfer for any reason at all. The problem with the waiver process is that no one knows how it works. We don't know why this person gets a waiver and that person doesn't. It's not transparent enough. And whenever there's no transparency, then people start, coming up with their own reasons why some players were allowed to transfer and some weren't, and all this kind of thing. Just let them transfer once. Coach, like I said, coaches can leave anytime they want to, and they do it all the time. I think you should allow the player the same luxury. It's not like these kids are given 4-year scholarships. They're not locked in. Scholarships are year to year. I don't care who you are, how good of a high school recruit you are. When you get a scholarship to a school, it's for 1 year. And then at the end of that year, they renew it, or they don't. Now, you're never going to hear about a school who gives a kid a scholarship. He comes in, he gets on scholarship for 1 year. They figure out he's not very good, so then they don't give him a scholarship for the next year. But there's ways around that too. But scholarships are year to year. Players should be able to leave if they want one time. Was that explanation long-winded enough? I think it was. The Prophet, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, that Miami wall art is fire. Lou, I need that. Well, if you see Slim Shady Canes in the comments section, let him know, because I think he knows somebody that makes them or something, and he can get you one. But we know you're attempting to troll. But yeah, that's the story on those cornhole boards that appear to some people to be wall art. Gators owned. Good to see you in here, sir. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I deleted Twitter. Feel like a human again. I don't use Twitter very much. I have Twitter. I don't use it very much. And I mainly use Twitter to search for things. I don't use Twitter that. You know what I need to do? I need to hire somebody to run UncleLou social media. That's what I need to do. Who's good at Instagram and Twitter and Facebook pages? I have an UncleLou Facebook page. I don't ever use it. I have an UncleLou Twitter. I don't ever use it. And I have an UncleLou Instagram. I don't ever use it. Who's good at running? Who's good at social media? Who's good at all three of those things? CD Dog says, I know someone who can ruin your reputation. Well, I don't need to hire anybody to do that. I can do that on my own. Yeah, cell phone, Chess. Not the show number. Yeah, good morning, though.
Good morning, Uncle Lou. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Amazing and fantastic.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
Pete,
sir.
Pete would be proud.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Pete. How you doing, Pete? I know you can't hear me, but
Well, he can
shout out
hear
to
you if he's listening.
Well, if you're listening, Pete, shout out to you, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Missed you guys yesterday. Appreciate you giving me time to come on today. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. I wasn't trolling. If there's anybody that is good at social media like Instagram and Twitter, email me. I need somebody to run that for, because I'm just terrible at it. I don't put the time in. I'm terrible at it. I feel like I don't know. Anyway, just email me if you're interested in I need somebody that can make a couple of posts a day for me. I don't need you arguing with people. I don't need you to like pretend to be me and argue in the replies and in the chats and all that. I can handle the arguing part. I just need somebody to make the posts. At least 2 a day on each platform, like maybe one post about some kind of college football story or news of the day, and then maybe one post where you post my latest video or live show or something. That's all. That's it. And you need to be good with the tags and the hashtags and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah. Sounds pretty easy.
I don't know what that's worth, but I would pay somebody to run those 3 things for me.
Easy money right there.
You would think so. Well, Chess, you're on Tuesday for the traffic report?
Yes, sir. Like I said, I'm sorry I missed Monday. I'm not really going to go into details. Uncle Lou knows why. Sorry about that, guys. But I told Lou I was going to make up for it today, and I'm doing that.
Well, I mean, you made a video on your channel about why you didn't come on, so I don't think it's a government secret, so I think you should let everybody know.
Okay, I had a family death Monday. That's why I was not on.
All right.
So, but I told Lou what happened, and he understood everything.
Yeah. And I told you didn't have to come on today either. I didn't text you like, why the hell didn't you come on, blah, blah. You text me right after the show, and you offered to come on today, and I told you, no, you don't have to do that. Take care of what you need to take care of, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't browbeat you and say, well, you better come on tomorrow, nothing like that.
No. I did it on my own. I wanted to make it up to you guys and Lou. So,
right.
I'm doing this on my own.
Yeah. Well, I guess we better get right to it. Actually, let me read these last couple of super chats here, and then we'll get to that. Okay. The Prophet says, trolling question. You all be tripping on me too much. That must be what it is. Millis Vanillis, pretty good name there. Says the Super Bowl field runner had me dying. Is it true that he made $375,000? I heard. Yeah, here's what I heard. I don't know if this is true. I heard that there was some. I don't know who it was. There was a gambling site, an online casino, that had a prop bet. Will there be a streaker at the Super Bowl? And the odds were huge against it. The streaker made a bet on that site that there would be a streaker and bet $50,000. And then he went streaking. So he got a fine, and the fine, I don't know what the fine was, a couple of $1,000s or something, but he made $300 and something thousand on his bet.
It's crazy.
Genius, this guy.
Oh,
now, the casino should have put some kind of disclaimer in there that you can't do both. You can't make the bet and beat a streaker, but that's the casino's fault for not thinking. Nobody feels sorry for the casino when they lose, do they? No. Because they print money on a daily basis. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. Guys are genius. Okay. Now though, do I have? Yes, I do have this. Look at this. Hold on. Where is this? Here you go, Chess. You ready?
Yes.
What? Look at this. You have your own little picture on the screen. Without further ado, this week's edition of the YouTube Traffic Report brought to you by YouTube Traffic Reporter, Chess Hall. Chess Hall, take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lou. Well, today in today's traffic, we have a little bit of a traffic report on our favorite tidy-whitey bitcher and complainer, Mr. Sports Live in the ATL. Seems like to me, well, I saw his witnesses live on a certain individual's channel, which is BVD's channel. David says he's not going to say sorry to Lou. So I don't think you're going to get an apology there, Lou. I know you want one. He's on an apology tour. Yeah.
No apology for Lou.
No. He said that you've done nothing for his channel. Ever.
Nothing for his channel.
And that you used him.
Oh. Now, what is it that he thinks anyone would use him for?
Lou, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh.
What would anyone have to gain from using, quote unquote, using Sleeta?
I really don't know. I don't think you could really gain anything from it. Honestly, I mean,
I'm trying to think, and I honestly can't think of. Well, what does he think I did that was trying to use him? Does he think like asking him to come to the Slob Olympics was using him?
I think so. I think I sit there and watched it live, and the way it come out to me was he was being a bit of a bitch about it, and that I don't know, he was lashing out at you, but on somebody else's channel, but he won't lash out on his channel about you. I don't know. He might have been drunk. I don't know. He acted like a huge bitch, and when you said something to him, he ran. Like he always does.
You know, Sleeta's the only person I've ever known, and I bet he's probably the only person ever in history that's ever done this. Sleeta's the only person I know that asks people if he can give them his autograph.
Yes.
You know, normally you walk up to somebody you admire, whether it's a movie star or some kind of an athlete or whatever, and you ask for their autograph.
Yeah.
Sleeta goes around asking people if he can give them his autograph. Is that weird, or am I overthinking? Isn't that weird or no? Have you,
weird.
Chess, have you ever asked anyone if you can give them your autograph?
No, never.
You've never walked up to anybody and said, hey, do you mind if I give you my autograph?
No, I've never been that famous. No.
Has anyone ever been that famous?
No, usually people come up to you and ask for your autograph.
Right. Usually for example, let's say Sleeta was in my garage while I was doing a live show last summer. Just hypothetical.
Yeah.
If I wanted Sleeta's autograph, I would say, hey man, while you're here, would you mind giving me your autograph? Isn't that normally how that goes?
Yeah.
Right. You don't come to my garage, sit in on my morning show, and then ask me if I mind if you give me your autograph. That doesn't make any sense, does it? No,
it's insane.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, because sometimes I have weird, things that to me are weird or strange, or sometimes to other people are normal.
Yeah, that's not normal for me. So you got me on that one.
Okay,
but I got something that's even juicier than that on this.
Oh, what now?
He offered me to come and have lunch with him during the Slob Olympics, and he would pay for it. It was on him.
Yeah, see, this is what we've been saying all along. Ever since he said he wasn't coming to the Slob Olympics, this is what I've been saying. This is what he's going to do, because he can't stand it. He can't stand it. So to know that there's going to be 2 or 10 or 20, whatever the number is, YouTubers or people that he knows all gathered in his hometown for a weekend. He can't stand it. He's going to have to do something. Whether that means he shows up downtown at Centennial Park or not, I don't think will happen. But he is definitely going to be on the phone with everybody he has their number, or commenting in people's comment sections or something, doing everything he can to hang out with those people without, quote unquote, coming to the Slob Olympics, because he's too good for that.
Yeah.
Right. We'll just be using him.
Yeah, remember he accepted my apology. Remember?
Right. That's right. He apologized to you by accepting your apology that you never gave.
Exactly.
That's kind of like asking someone if you can give them your autograph.
Exactly. That's what a narcissist does.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And if we're going to expand on the whole Slater thing, he went on vacation now. Sources tell me. I couldn't figure out where he went on vacation.
Well, I can tell you where it is without even having any idea what you're
ahead.
talking about. It was definitely the mountains, a cabin in the woods, a small one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he always goes. Every vacation he's ever been on has been to the same cabin in the same woods in the same mountain. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm sure that's where he went again.
Yeah, he had a hiking video.
Yeah, he does that every time too. He walks around the woods in the cabin that he's staying in. He goes to a cabin in the woods in the mountains by himself. He sits in the hot tub by himself. He films himself in the hot tub by himself. He live streams from the hot tub by himself. Now, and he doesn't bring a bathing suit. Now, keep in mind, he goes to this place every vacation he goes on is to this place. It always has a hot tub. It's not a surprise. He doesn't show up at this place and go, "Oh man, they have a hot tub." It's not a surprise. And every single time he doesn't bring a bathing suit, and every single time he films himself climbing in and out of the hot tub in his tidy whities. Now, let's pretend for a second that he did just forget to bring a bathing suit. You know, he knew they had a hot tub. He planned on bringing a bathing suit so he could do his hot tub live streams, but he just forgot. Stores sell bathing suits, especially stores in vacation towns where there's a bunch of chalets in the mountains with hot tubs.
That is true.
You could literally roll down the mountain and walk in the first pointless t-shirt shop you come across and buy a $12 bathing suit. But why do that when you already packed tidy whities? Am I right?
That is right.
Yeah, that is right.
Or you could not live stream and skinny dip in the thing. You could do that. It's up to you. Whatever.
Well, I have to say, I've never seen him do that.
Oh God!
Thank God.
Yeah, my eyes.
And I know people are going, well, Lou's making this up, with the tidy whities and that.
No.
Lou is not making it up with the tidy whities and that. First of all, I don't make things up, generally speaking, and if I do, it tends to be pretty obvious that I'm making it up. But per usual, Chess, Uncle Lou comes with receipts.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. I don't know how many times I've seen it.
Go ahead with your sleet of stories. But here's his cabin in the woods that he goes to all the time by himself with a hot tub and hangs out by himself. And oops, what do you know? Forgot to bring my bathing suit. And this time he actually forgot his tidy whities and had to bring his Superman underwear. Look at this. Look at this.
I want a girl to be just like that one
Now,
day.
here's my thing. Let's say if I had plans to go to the mountains and sit in the hot tub by myself and live stream, and I got up there and I didn't have a bathing suit, I would just not live stream, or I would at least get in the hot tub first, then hit go live, so people didn't have to see this. Look at this. Now this is a 50-year-old man.
Oh, here comes the shirt. Oh no.
Now, first of all, I don't know, let's say there was 10 people watching this, which is generous, when he streamed this live. Now, how many of those 10 were guys?
Shit, none.
10. All 10. This man is climbing in and out of a hot tub in his Superman skivvies, hanging out in a hot tub at a cabin in the woods by himself, live streaming to 8 or 9 guys on the internet. I don't understand this. Again, is this me or, I mean, this isn't normal behavior, is it?
No, and you'd think he'd put the phone in landscape mode. My God, that's bugging the shit out of me right now. Guy's been on here for what, 8 or 9 years? You talk about it all the time. He never puts the phone in landscape mode. What are you doing? Jesus.
It's almost like he wanted us to see his Superman underoos.
Dude, I may take my shirt off and everything, but I'm not going to get my skippies in no damn hot tub. I tell you right now. I want to wear some shorts or something. That's embarrassing, dude. I think he does it for attention, honestly. I think he does it on purpose, Lou. Would you agree?
No. I think he just doesn't know any better.
Oh, well.
Seriously, I just think, I don't know if it's like a home training issue. You know, in that he doesn't have any home training, or I mean, I don't know, but that's not normal behavior. And no, I don't think it's something he's purposely going, oh, you know what would be funny? I could troll these guys by climbing in and out of the hot tub wearing nothing but a pair of red underwear. No. I mean, these aren't even boxers or whatever. I mean, those are tidy whities. They're just red. And I don't, this is just the one I found. But if you go to either because like I said, this is where he goes every time. If you go to the time before this when he was in the mountains or the time after, I can't remember which, he does this exact same thing with white underwear on. So this isn't a one-time thing that happened here. This is every single time he goes.
What's bad is this man has a backup channel, and he does a condom review. Do you know about this?
He does a what?
It's a backup channel, and he has a video promoting condoms, like how to have sex, how to have safe sex. You know about this, right?
I think I heard something about it.
Oh, my God. I watched it the other day, and yeah, I think I lost about 15 brain cells. It was, yeah. You guys, if you ever want to see it, go to the man known as Slitta, and it's a condom review. It makes me want to fucking vomit, just being honest with you. But anyways, let's move on from, David or whatever.
Now, well, before we do that, you've seen his weightlifting video too, right?
Oh yeah, where he dropped the weights.
Now this is another thing. That video wasn't a live stream. See, this hot tub thing was a live stream. This wasn't something he recorded and then uploaded. This was a live stream. He was like, you know what would be fun? I want to go to the mountains, sit in a hot tub by myself, wearing nothing but my underwear, and live stream so I can chat with the comments section sitting in a hot tub wearing underwear. Which is weird enough. Now, the weightlifting video, where he drops the weights on himself because he can't lift it, that wasn't a live stream. So he actually sat down with the intention of recording himself lifting weights, failed at it, literally dropped the weight on his chest, and had to dump the bar over right to left, teeter-totter style, to get the weights off the bar so he could move it out of the way. And then, after all that, made the decision to upload it.
I'd never upload something like that. That's embarrassing. Fuck. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Anyways, moving on. Lou, have you heard about the new show on the rise? It's called Fourth and Goal, though. I
have heard about Fourth and Goal, though.
It's on Mr. Ballard Sports Media. Oh wait, Christian Ballard Sports Media. My bad. You guys, telling you, man, Fourth and Goal, though, it's a new hot commodity. I watched it, and we had 90 proof for Luther on there. And how long has it been since we've seen 90 proof for Luther? What, 3 months, 2-3 months on this channel?
At least.
And Ballard got him first round. Good grief. Ballard, you're a lucky individual, sir. And I watch the show. You guys need to go over there and watch it. Ballard Sports Media, Ballard. If you're in the comment section, how you doing, buddy?
When does this show come on?
I believe it comes on every Friday at 3 p.m. If I'm not mistaken.
At 3 p.m. Athens time?
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Sir.
Good. And that's on Ballard's channel. And you said 90 Proof for Luther was on there.
Yeah, he was on there. He was roll tide and everything. Drunk as a madman.
Well, that's not surprising.
Yeah, you guys never know. You might see another character in there. You might see Bartholomew Bob, the Marner, E-I-E-I-O, whatever. I don't know.
Anything's possible on, would you say the name of the show was?
Fourth and Goal, though.
Fourth and Goal, though?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Ballard, I couldn't help but notice in the comments section there was some other Ballard news this morning. Do you know anything about that?
No, I didn't see anything. You can update me, though.
Yeah, said he got a job, though.
Ballard got the job. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. Now, naturally, my first thought was, oh, no, I hope this isn't going to interfere with Fourth and Goal, though.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because we just started Fourth and Goal, though. And, you know, the thing with me is I'm a creature of habit. Not that I don't want Ballard to have a job. Ballard should have a job. And whatever job he has, I'm sure would be more important than the Fourth and Goal show. But and Ballard knows this too. But if I'm gonna do a show, everything Ballard does has to fit his schedule. Everything I do has to fit my schedule. If I'm gonna do a show, it has to be the same day, same time every week, so I can plan that out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what his schedule is going to end up being. But hopefully it doesn't change too much from week to week. So we're able to, even if we have to change it from Friday at 3, I don't mind changing it now that he has a job, but hopefully he's able to figure out a thing where it can be the same day, same time every week.
Yeah, but
I won't be able to do it.
Ballard, don't ask him to pull up though. Please don't do that. That's a no-no.
Oh, he works at one of those ask you to pull up places?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be pulling up though.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Another interesting thing that's happened on the track report.
Well, you know what I noticed about Ballard's Fourth and Goal though.
Yeah.
Just before we move on from that, hold on, let me pull it up so I make sure I get this right. Now, I noticed, where is it? Where's Fourth and Goal, though? Oh, I noticed that it's 3 hours and 31 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea why?
I believe you and Ballard talked for an hour a show, and then he asked if we could bring people in, and you said, yeah. And people come in, and Ballard just it turned into a hangout stream, I guess.
Okay.
You can say that.
Because here's the thing to anybody that might be interested in checking out Fourth and Goal, though. Fourth and Goal, though, is an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
So anything after that is just a stream.
Yeah, we got a poster update the other day too on my channel.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did. I believe it was. I don't know if it was the last. It might have been the last live stream I did. There was a piece hanging down from the poster on the left side, and Ballard didn't. I'm pretty sure it's been down. It's been that way for days. It was drooping, and I had to get on Ballard's butt and tell him, "Hey, man, you need to tape that up, buddy." And then Ballard's another thing I noticed in Ballard's room you noticed it. Is his door on his closet is off the tracks on the left side. So
yeah, that was it was alarming. Now what are those doors called? Those closets? It's not a bifold door. You know, is that what it? You know, you guys know what I'm talking about? A bifold closet door has the two doors on it that pull out and sort of slide. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Those bifold closet doors. the left one is completely off the tracks and just leaned up against the frame of the door.
You might have got mad and hit it or something. You never know.
Yeah. Now, I've lived places that had those bifold closet doors before, and they are aggravating.
Yeah.
And they do come off the tracks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when they come off the tracks, the only thing to do is put them back on the tracks.
Ballard, that means put it back on the tracks, buddy. Please. Tried to get him to do it the other night, but he said no.
Yeah, it's like I told him. I don't know if I can trust somebody that doesn't take care of their room.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, Ballard. Love you, buddy, but he did fix the poster. I asked him to fix it, and he sure did.
Now, to Ballard's credit, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm willing to bet just from what I know about Ballard, and this is a good thing. This is a positive character trait. I bet you Ballard makes his bed every morning.
I bet he does too. Oh,
and that's important. That's another trait, positive trait. You need to make your bed every morning.
Another thing about Ballard here, and I'm pretty sure this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my life, not being weird. His bed, he has a pillow that says, "I love you more."
Oh,
How
yeah.
sweet is that?
Yeah, we
How
did
sweet
see
is
that the other day, too. And I forgot to ask, and maybe I'll ask him on 4th and Goal, though. Or maybe I'll ask him, I think he's coming on here Friday to read the sports news for the week.
Cool. Yeah.
And, he is coming on Friday to read the sports news. And also, he's going to be explaining the slow bicycle racing Olympic sport to us. And with the Olympics coming up this summer, what we've decided to do, in addition to Ballard reading the sports headlines every Friday on here on the morning show, he's also, each Friday, he's going to explain to us one different Summer Olympics event. So starting this week with that bicycle race where they go as slow as they can until like the last lap, or it's really weird. I'll play the video again on Friday before he explains it. But I do need to ask him, because when he panned across that pillow real quick, and all you could see was that it said something. So then, of course, we asked him what it said, and he showed us. And what did you say it said?
Love you more.
Love you more. Yeah. So the natural follow-up question would be, well, who gave you that?
I bet it was his grandma.
Probably.
Grandma.
Do you think he gave his grandma a pillow that says, "I love you," and then like the following Christmas, his grandma gave him that pillow that says, "I love you more"?
Maybe. Or maybe he got her some, I don't know.
Because "I love you more" is comparative. That's a comparative statement.
Yeah.
Like he had to have told someone, "I love you," and then that person, in order to prove that they loved Ballard more, went out and got a pillow that said that and then gave it to him. So I think we're going to need to know where that pillow came from on Friday.
Yeah, speaking of Olympics, women's volleyball, God bless America.
Oh, yeah, women's beach volleyball is those are world-class athletes.
Oh yeah, I could watch that all day long. That's that and the winter sport curling. Curling is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. The other night, Lou showed us curling on my channel. It was I laughed my ass off, literally.
Yeah. Now that's a winter event.
I know it's a winter event, but that I just can't understand them yelling, and it's just funny.
Yeah,
it really is. Some more traffic report news. BVD has gotten his eyes fixed. So shout out to BVD. He got his eyes fixed, Lou. Straight up.
Yeah, that's good. I saw him last night. I guess
sir.
He had the other surgery or whatever yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah, he can see clearly now. It's good. But that's all I have to report today, Uncle Lou. I hope it was good for you. It was good for me. I thought it was good. But
well, good.
I'm Yeah, I'm going to be circling the old Sports Live and ATL channel, see if I can find some more weird and unusual content for you. Maybe David will be selling his bootleg shirts outside of Centennial Park. We don't know.
Now, wouldn't that be something if he showed up with a bunch of bootleg shirts outside of Centennial Park? Wouldn't that be something?
I would report it in a heartbeat. Which I plan on live streaming the Slava Olympics anyways on my phone somehow.
Is BVD coming to the Slava Olympics?
Yes,
of course he's
coming to Slava Olympics. Yes.
Right.
David's not though.
David's not.
David said no. But you guys should ask David if he's coming to Slava Olympics though. We're still not sure yet. So make sure you go on over there and say, "Hey, David, you going to Slava Olympics?" I'm sure he'll give you a really good answer.
Right.
I mean, he refuses to apologize to Lou, and he wears tidy whities, and he can't lift weights.
If he does end up showing up at the Slava Olympics, you know what he'll say? He'll say, the only reason I'm here is because everybody wanted me to come so bad, and I didn't want to let him down. That's what he'll say.
I could see that happen. I would laugh so hard.
Yeah.
In David's mind, not to get back on David, but in David's mind, the Slava Olympics is all about him, and that's it. But it's really not. It's about all of us, you know?
Yeah. Now, Slim Shady is disappointed that we don't have any Reek updates.
Reek's been quiet. Reek hasn't done any dumbass moves lately that I know of.
I haven't watched him on. I guess the last time I watched Reek was when him and Pinecone were going back and forth.
I got a question for you, Lou.
Yeah.
You have a question? Who the hell is Pinecone?
That's a good question. It's a fair question, too.
Who the hell is Pinecone?
You know what I want to know? I want to know, who the hell is this guy?
Who the hell is Pinecone?
Who
is that guy? Can we get that guy on the morning show? Now who is that guy?
Where did he get his grill? That's an impressive grill he's got on there.
I didn't know people still did that.
Me either. I legitimately didn't know that.
I'm not being funny or trolling either. I know that was real popular at one time, but I didn't think that was still a thing.
Yeah,
or maybe he did it. Maybe he did it 15 years. I don't know. Maybe once you do that, can you undo it?
Yeah, I think they pop on and off.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, because Flavor Flav used to wear them a lot.
So that guy there that we just saw, before he went on Reek's StreamYard, he made a conscious decision to pop those on in. Is that what you're saying? Like dentures?
Yeah, it's like a cover for your teeth.
Oh, they just go over the top of your teeth, and you can take them in. And I didn't know that. I thought it was some kind of dental work these people were having.
No.
I don't know.
No, I mean, if you want to do it that way, it looks stupid, but I mean, you can. Oh, Bad Dog has a good one. Next video, David should lift weights in his tidy whities.
Oh, man. Imagine if he strained too hard trying to lift that weights in his tidy whiteys. What would happen?
If they were white, it'd probably be brown. He might shit himself. I don't know.
I can't. I don't know why he uploaded that.
Well, if you go to the second channel, it's his main channel.
What's the name of his second channel?
The Man Known as Slitta.
The Man Known as Slitta. God, this guy.
I'm serious. You need to watch the con review. It's hilarious. Oh, I watched it. It's cringy as hell. The Man Known as Slitta.
Well, he needs to be a condom expert.
Oh, yeah.
Considering where he dips his stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't had sex. How long ago was that he hired that prostitute? 4 years ago?
That was before I was even coming around here.
4 or 5 years ago, and that was the last time. And so, and that's another thing. The guy is in a trash talking community on YouTube. He goes to New Orleans. He hires a prostitute. I think he said the prostitute was $40.
What the hell?
So just imagine what you get for that, okay? So first of all, it's one thing to do that. He then comes on video and tells everyone he did it and shows a picture of her.
She had to take her teeth out? I wonder.
I don't understand what goes through this guy's head. So he better be an expert on condoms.
Oh, you found the channel, right? Are you scrolling through it right now? Because it's weird, dude. I'm not even kidding.
If you're sleeping with any prostitute, but if you're sleeping with a $40 prostitute, I don't know what the going rate is.
Me either.
For an hour or a couple hours or wherever it works with a prostitute. I don't know what the going rate is, but it has to be way higher than $40 would be my guess.
Slim Shady Canes wants to go ahead and let us know. I've seen dope head lot lizards that were more than $40.
I wouldn't think you could get a handy for $40.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, that woman must have been desperate as hell.
And Sleeta introduced himself to this girl in the biblical sense for $40. God. Or whatever it was. It might have been 25. I mean, the amount was so low, I was like, wait a minute, what? The amount was so low, no one believed him. So he then showed a picture to prove.
Oh. We got to get this woman on the morning show.
And when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, well, actually, you might have overpaid.
Yeah, we got to get her on the morning show. We need to interview her. I need to work on that. Maybe I can find something out. I don't know yet.
Robert said it might have been a man.
I don't know.
It might have been.
Might have, I'm not even going to get into it. That's just... you do what you do on your business, but I wouldn't share it with everybody. That's embarrassing as hell. That is $40, man. That woman must have been desperate. Apparently David was, man. I ain't paying no $40 for no prostitute. Go out and get you a woman. My God. Look at me. I can get a woman. David, why can't you? Shit.
Unreal.
I feel dirty right now. I feel like I need to take a shower. $40. I want to see what this chick looked like really bad. I bet he deleted the live stream though. Guarantee he did it. Oh well.
I just can't. I mean, that whole thing is just
nasty. So did you make any bets on the Super Bowl? Any weird ones?
I didn't bet on the game. I did the thing where I bet on like 15 or 20 different prop bets.
Oh, yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah, and I made like $11 or $12 or something. I think I got 2 more bets right than I got wrong.
Yeah.
Or 3 more or something, but I was only doing $10 a bet, and because of the, the minus 110 or 120, whatever it is, I ended up only making 11. But when you bet that, I mean, I bet the prop bets for fun. That's why I don't bet $10 a piece on them or whatever, but they're fun to do.
You know who Pat McAfee is? I'm sure you do. You know who that is?
Yes.
He bet $30,000 that the coin toss would be tails and it was heads. How crazy is that? $30,000 down the drain. Oopsie, gone.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. And I did hear that Strucker story. I was going to talk to you about that. I saw it on Facebook. If that guy did that, that dude's a genius. I mean, I don't know, man. And speaking of the Super Bowl, man, I know a lot of people said this, and I don't know why they said this. It was a lot of the older guys. I thought the Super Bowl halftime show was awesome. I loved the weekend.
Oh, I did too. I thought it was great. And of course, right on cue, everybody's on Facebook. This is the worst halftime show ever.
Yeah,
but people always say that.
I wonder if Celine Driver watched the Super Bowl. Celine Driver. That's a weird individual, but I love him. He's a cool guy. Yeah, the weekend's good. Blinded by the Lights is my favorite song right now. If you play Blinding by the Lights and you can't get up and dance or something like that, or don't want to, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry, but there is. The song is so catchy.
A lot of his songs are good.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you this. Did you know that the Super Bowl performers don't get paid? Did you know that to perform at the Super Bowl?
Well, they don't need to get paid. That publicity is worth more than
Yep,
they could
that's
ever
what
pay them.
That's exactly what it said on Google. I was shocked. I was like, well, I mean, I thought they'd at least get paid, something, but that's insane. But
Any other news on the traffic report today?
TikTok test all will be going live tonight. I've heard that on the traffic report. Maybe you guys should shoot on over there and hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And I believe Lou's got his you got your night show tonight, right?
Yes, 10 o'clock, the call-in show.
The longest call-in show ever on YouTube.
Rob says it was a great halftime show, almost as good as Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga was terrible, dude.
Nothing will ever beat Michael Jackson and then Prince. Those are the top two of all time halftime shows. Nothing will ever come close to that.
Yeah, then you had Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson, old Boo pop out. That was hilarious. I remember watching that live. But no, that's all the news I got, Lou. If
BBD's handlers say, Lou, we need contact info for Sleeta's lady friend.
Yeah, I just saw that account the other day. I don't know who's behind it. Kind of weird, but yeah, that's all news. Lou, I'll see you Monday. If I don't see you Monday, then I'll see you whenever.
Why wouldn't you see me Monday?
I don't know. I was just kidding around. I'll see you Monday. Promise.
How many family members do you have?
Oh, come on now. I'll see you Monday. I'm kidding.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. Jess Hall with this week's edition of the Traffic Report. Not a lot of news on the Traffic
Good morning,
Report.
Uncle Lou. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Oh. I don't know. Maybe because it's the off season, but honestly, the Traffic Report news should get more interesting in the off season because people don't have sports to talk about. So that's when they talk about all that other crap. We'll see. Thank you, Chess Hall, for calling in this morning with the Traffic Report. I still have not heard from, let me see, Brandon W., who emailed me wanting to co-host today. I've not heard back from him. Pit of misery for him. Pit of misery. Not much college football news either. Somebody already mentioned the Matt Campbell extension at Iowa State. Not a lot else going on. Must be the off season. Washington State had a player get a DUI. You always hear some of this kind of stuff happening in the off season when these players have a lot more free time. Some transfer news that not very many people would care about. A Maryland linebacker transferring to Ole Miss. Oklahoma has received a commitment from the number 3 running back in the 2022 class. And breaking news, Big Ten rivalries return to traditional spot in 21 schedule. I don't understand how that's really news. Did anyone think that wasn't going to happen? I mean, isn't it pretty obvious that last year's scheduling was, a one-off thing? Like I don't really understand why someone even has to write a story about that, but someone did. I guess because there's no news. Someone at ESPN had to justify their paycheck by writing a story called Big Ten Releases College Football Schedule for 2021 Season and It Returns to Normal. I guess that's a huge surprise. I don't know. Let me see. What is this? This just in. Michigan will be playing Ohio State in the last game of the regular season in 2021. Wake up your neighbors and let them know. Michigan versus Ohio State will be the last week of the regular season in 21. Sound the alarm. What a shock. UGA is playing OU in 23. Yeah, Georgia's got a lot of big-time opponents scheduled in the next 10 years or so. A home-and-home with Texas, a home-and-home with Florida State, a home-and-home in Clemson, with Clemson in addition to the kickoff game that we're playing with them this year. Oklahoma. There's one season in like 28 or 29 or something that we play Florida State and Texas in the same season. And, you know, you say what you want, Florida State and Texas, but traditionally those are two pretty good teams. And 2028 or whenever we're playing them is long enough away where both of those teams could be. I mean, you don't know who's going to be good in 28 or 29, but the point is that has the potential to be a really difficult schedule that year because you're looking at 8 SEC games plus Florida State plus Texas plus Georgia Tech. That's 11 Power 5 games in the regular season. I don't think anyone has ever played 11 Power 5 games in a regular season. I would really have to go back and look, but I don't know of a team that's ever played 11 Power 5 teams in a season. They could be, Morgan. I mean, anybody could be anything that far down the road, but Gator Zone, thank you for the super chat. Surrey says, breaking news. Tennessee still won't field a competitive football team this season. Yeah, that's breaking news right up there with the fact that Michigan and Ohio State are playing in the last week of the season in 2021. No, I can't think of a year where Bama's ever played 11 Power 5 teams in the regular season. They normally play 9. There's some years they only play 8, but most years they play 9. Yeah, I don't know. 11 Power 5 teams. Even Notre Dame, right? They play, what do they play? Navy, and Notre Dame might play 10 in a lot of years. I don't know if you could find a year where Notre Dame played 11 Power 5 teams in a regular season, though. Notre Dame 9-game conference schedule. Well, maybe last year they had a 9-game conference schedule. But that was the only year they've ever had any conference schedule at all. Ohio State played 11 Power 5 teams in the regular season recently. Did they? Let's find out. But it included Oregon State. Let's see. This year they play Tulsa and Akron. So they don't play 11 this year. Last year they didn't because of COVID. 2019, they played Florida Atlantic and Cincinnati, so they didn't play 10. I mean, they didn't play 11. 2018, they played Tulane. This must be the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 2018. They played Oregon State, TCU. And, well, they played Tulane. It looks like Tulane is the only non-Power 5, so that would be 11 in 2018. That must be the year you're talking about, because they did play Oregon State that year. Yeah, that must be it. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. And it caught up with them, apparently, because that's the year they lost to Purdue, 49-20. That was the only game they lost all year. What, they finished 13-1 or something? Yeah, 13-1. They were 9-1 in the Big Ten. The Big Ten, does the Big Ten always play 10 conference games? Wait a minute. If their non-con games were TCU and Tulane, no, that's 11. I guess they played 10. They played 10 regular season Big Ten games. Why? I don't know. No, it doesn't. With the conference championship, it was here. Here's the schedule. See, let's count the Big Ten teams. 1, Rutgers 1, Penn State 2, Indiana 3, Minnesota 4, Purdue 5, Nebraska 6, Michigan State 7. Or did they only play 11 games? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I see. Tulane. Yeah. Okay, they played 9. You're right. The non-con was Oregon State, TCU, and Tulane. Man, that's a tough schedule. I mean, not that all these teams are great, but 11 Power 5 games in a season is not easy. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. Sir, he says, what does Forrest Gump have in common with Ezekiel Elliott? They both ran all over Alabama. That's facts. Facts. Nebraska and Illinois playing in Ireland? Why? I mean, I know Notre Dame was scheduled to play there last year, but it got canceled because of COVID. But at least that made a little bit of sense. Because Notre Dame fighting Irish. But nobody watches Nebraska and Illinois in America. Why would anybody in Ireland watch Nebraska and Illinois? You know what I mean? I don't know. Going good, Minshew. How you doing, buddy? Mike Reiser and Calvin T. Thank you guys for hitting the PayPal link this morning. I appreciate that. Calvin says, Lou, I just heard that the streaker at the Super Bowl made a $50,000 prop bet that there would be a streaker during the Super Bowl. Have you heard anything about this? Yeah, someone brought that up a little while ago. I saw it. I don't remember where. I saw that this morning. I was watching the news in the living room this morning, scrolling through my phone. It might have been on Facebook. In fact, I think it was on Facebook, and someone posted an article about this guy. Yeah, won $300,000 or whatever it was. That's crazy. Whatever amount of fine or punishment or whatever he receives will be worth it if he gets paid off on that bet, which I'm assuming he will, unless the sports book had some kind of rule against betting on it and then being the one that does the streaking. I don't know, but yeah, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. And there's been people that have attempted to streak the Super Bowl and failed. So it was no given when he put this $50,000 up. There was no given that he would be successful. You know, I mean, there's always the chance that someone grabs you the minute you go to jump over that wall onto the field and you never actually make it. There's always that chance. So this was no guarantee. I mean, $50,000 is a lot of money. A lot of money. But he did it, and I'm assuming he'll get paid out on that bet. So he probably has no regrets. And Mr. Reiser, of course, thank you, sir. He says, long-winded enough for me, sir. How do you think the unthinkable? Mike Tyson with an Ithberg. Ithelberg. Thank you for the PayPal, sir. Do you keep up with baseball at all? No, I don't. Let's be honest. I postseason, yeah. Once it gets to the end of the season, I'll say, oh, these teams are making the playoffs, and depending on the matchups, or there has to be, in order for me to watch baseball, there has to be some sort of storyline above and beyond the actual game itself for me to watch. The last World Series that I watched every game was the year the Cubs ended up winning for the first time since 1918 or whatever it was. That just was interesting to me. Prior to that, the last time I really got into baseball was during the steroid home run chase with Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa. And I remember every night flipping through the different channels, trying to see which of those three was going to hit the home runs that day and was getting close to the record and all that. And, the whole, we know they were juicing it on steroids and all that. And so whether you count that as the record or not is not the point. The point is, at that particular time, that has to be the highest ratings baseball's had in a long time, is when that home run chase was going on. Has to be. Because even people like me were watching. Other than that, those of you that are baseball fans, the Braves have a young player, a young kid. He's been with them for a couple of years, and he's really good. What's his name? I don't even follow it enough to remember his name, but if you're a Braves fan, you'll know who I'm talking about, and I'll recognize the name if one of y'all type it. Acuna, that's it. I think it was 2 seasons ago. He had hit a home run in something like 9 straight games. Is that right? He had hit a home run in a ridiculous number of games in a row. Right? And the Marlins were a terrible team. And he came up to bat against the Marlins. I think he was a rookie, Acuna was, and he was the hottest story in the league. And he came up to bat against the Marlins, and they threw at him. And I think they broke his elbow, or maybe it didn't break. But anyway, he had to come out of the game. That, first of all, I understand the unwritten rules in baseball. I played baseball all the way through high school. I know the unwritten rules. I get them. I understand why they do them. I understand fighting in hockey. I understand sometimes you have to charge the mound in baseball, and sometimes you have to throw at people in baseball. I get that. But there was no reason for that. He literally threw it to guy because it was either that or he knew the guy was going to hit a home run, and it was just wrong. And so I wasn't watching when that happened, but it became such a big story that every time the Braves played the Marlins after that, I either watched the game or I would make sure and watch SportsCenter that night to see, because you knew the Braves were going to do something back. And so, in other words, it was a story outside of the actual game. I wanted to see a brawl. And it, for a while there, every time the Braves and Marlins played, there was a high percentage of a brawl because you knew the Braves were going to want revenge for what they did to Acuna. So that's the only time I really get into baseball. I watched baseball a lot as a kid growing up. It was my dad's favorite sport. He coached me in T-ball and Little League and all that. And then I played for my middle school team, and I played 1 year in high school in 9th grade. And I went to a bunch of Braves games. I watched a lot of the Braves games on TV with my brother and my dad when I was like middle school and high school age, which was the 90s when the Braves were winning the division every single year and all that. But what ruined it for me was a couple of things. Towards the end of high school is when I really started watching a lot more football on TV than I was baseball. That combined with free agency and baseball, it just kind of ruined it. I remember not watching the Braves one particular season, not even for any particular reason, and then tuning back into the Braves the following season and not knowing anybody on the team. And they got rid of everybody, and it just seems like now I'm all for free agency, but I don't know. It sort of ruined baseball for me, and the games are too long and boring for me now to watch. So, unless it's the postseason or there's some big story outside of the actual game itself, it's just hard for me to get into baseball. You know what? I think I'm going to end the show a little early today. We had somebody that was supposed to come on and co-host, but I don't know if they forgot or what. It was somebody that emailed me and wanted to co-host a show, Brandon W. So if you hear this later, Brandon, not sure what happened to you. Hope you're alive. But I have no way of knowing since I haven't heard from you. But if you want to co-host the show, send me an email, crazyunclelou@gmail.com, crazyunclelou@gmail.com. Tuesdays and Thursdays would be the best days for you to co-host because we have people that come on every Monday and Friday. But if Monday and Friday are the only 2 days you can do it, we'll make it work. But just send me an email and we'll figure that out, crazyunclelou@gmail.com, crazyunclelou@gmail.com. I'll be back on tonight at 10 o'clock for, what show is it that comes on tonight? Oh, the call-in show. Yeah, the call-in show. Don't forget to tune into that. Some interesting phone calls, I'm sure. Plus, we'll have the usual group of trolls who try to get through and say inappropriate things on the phone, which may or may not be interesting. I don't know. Check that out tonight at 10 o'clock. Uncle Lou After Dark right here on this channel. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in this morning. I love this morning show. This morning show, I'm not going to lie, the morning show is my favorite show. The morning show is my favorite show. The call-in show is great. The lunch money show is great. I think I like the morning show because it gives me an outlet to get away from what I normally talk about the rest of the time, which is football. But I really love the morning show, so appreciate you guys being so supportive of the show. Hit the thumbs up if you hadn't already on your way out the door this morning. No morning show tomorrow on Wednesday, but we'll be back morning show Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. morning show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Big shout out to those of you who chose to support the show today. Mountaineer Mike, The Prophet, Gators Owned, Millis, Vanillis, Slim Shady, Gators Owned again, and The Prophet again. And over on the PayPal page, we had, of course, our buddy Mike Reiser, who's very consistent over there, and Calvin T. Really appreciate you guys supporting the show this morning. Shout out to everybody in the comments section. That's why most of you are here. Be honest. Be honest. A lot of people are watching this on mute right now, which is fine. I'm an average YouTube guy, but my comment section is the best on YouTube, period. and I'll argue about that with anybody to my dying breath. The comment section is what makes this channel, and I'm not too stupid to realize that. So I appreciate you guys tuning in every morning and keeping the comment section active and alive. Shout out to those of you who watch but can't comment too. There are a lot of people that watch and can't comment, whether it's because they're at work or some other particular reason. So I appreciate you guys tuning in too. And to everybody that watches this show later, these shows usually have between 100 and 150 people watching in the morning, but by the end of the day, it's usually close to 1,000 views. So I know there's a lot of people who watch the show later on in the day, sort of like the same way they would listen to a podcast or something. So shout out to you too. Really appreciate all the support you guys give me, not just on this show, but on this show in particular. So I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Have a good day. I'll be back tonight, 10 p.m. for the call-in show. Until then, though, have a good morning.